Hi all, back with more Carrier Battle Philippine Sea. Scenario 6. This is my part 23, I think. 23. Yeah, probably just a short bit this and then I'll come back later, just pause things. I had to eventually go and post this question regarding if this is destroyed or not, because it seems to me it's done differently for the Japanese. I do feel like I've recalled reading something about the fact that because this cycles through the different hits. You've got current hits, you've got previous hits, you've got permanent hits. I do seem to remember reading something about it. But the fact that rule 12.27 says the Japanese carrier, if it suffers permanent hits, well, at the moment it's not. It's got 6 hits, but they're current hits. Now, they're going to turn to previous hits at the end of this turn, but then they're not going to become permanent until the end of the next turn. So it means he's got a whole turn. And just going through things, it looks to me like it's permanent hits that it's only permanent hits that seem to do anything to the Japanese forces. Now I might have that wrong, but that's what I'm sort of glancing at and seeing. It's different for the US because they don't have this current, previous, and permanent hits. I also think that if they take critical hit damage, what's the word? The capacity. Hit capacity. If they take their hit capacity, I think they're just sunk. Now I think I did see this somewhere. I did read it somewhere that it did say that. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what. It's actually on this chart. I'm not sure I read it in the rulebook, but it's on this chart at the top there when it talks about US damage effects summary chart. So it's got damage level sunk, and that is when a CV's got 8 points. Now all the US CVs have a hit capacity 8, and all the CVLs have a hit capacity of 5. So if they reach 8 hits or 5 hits, then it's sunk, removed from play. It just says there. That's it. So it seems that there's a slightly different way of doing it, but I still felt like the need to ask a question. I did go and look for, because I kind of felt like there might have been a question out there about that, but I couldn't find any. Sometimes it's difficult, you search for the wrong word maybe, but maybe I should have searched for sunk, maybe, that might have been worth a try. But anyway, the question's out there now, so hopefully I get some response to it. So I think that's where I left things. So I'm not sure about this. So I can take this off now. It does have 6 hits in it. Its hit capacity is 6. However, they are current turn hits. So it means it might last. And I don't think it has any other effect. I thought it might have an effect because if they've got so many permanent hits, it starts doing things to the carriers, Obviously, if they've got hit their capacity, they're going to be. But again, it's permanent hits, so we need to wait a whole turn before it has any effect at all. The effect on this one's just going to be sunk. But let's just say you had 4 hits, then we would look at some of the other things that might have crippled it or something like that. Okay, so we are still in the US air attack segment, and we've been right through it, and we're back to the beginning again, which I kind of assume that's how the way it should go, because that's the same as a Japanese air attack segment. And we're going to resolve this next. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So I'll just leave the little green cube, and it's force B, because it's still there. It's not a butai because it's not launched a raid, because, well, it can't at the moment. And I still think I'm entitled to be going after this. It was spotted. Well, it was approximately sighted, so we're going to have the same situation there. In actual fact, the first step is contact, isn't it? So I need to go back to that procedure. But that is the first part of this step, Grant. So you've not jumped the gun as such. I might have done by moving these out the hex, but just say this is what we're up against, and it's a small result. So we're going to turn this into a level 4 though. But we're going to do it step by step. We're going to go level 2, level 3, and then level 4. Or, unless it becomes a surface, it just it settles at level 3. They don't get level 4s. So, first of all, I've got to determine if the strike contacts its target. Right. If not, the rest of the procedure is skipped. I still feel it's okay to be attacking this. Yeah. Something's I've got some slight doubts because it's still a small and it's sighted, and there's some little worry that somebody's going to be watching this saying, "What are you doing? This shouldn't be here," or something. Not sure why, but this feels like it's. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This airstrike was going for a target that had carriers for sure, and then it became undetected, so I had no much choice but to go for this, or maybe push on to Butai 4, which fuel-wise I wasn't too keen on. So, well, let's see about contacting first. Okay, so this table here, and again the range, actually no, the range is shorter, isn't it? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because it's not launched array, that will not move away from us. So its only range is 7, so we're rolling on this column. 0 if target force is located. Oh, I see what that means. It means if it's spotted with a located marker, right? So there would be no modifier, and there's a plus modifier if he's spotted. I guess it was. I mean, I would have liked to see that in a capital L and a capital S there, just to highlight the fact that it's the located marker. It just threw me at first, but yeah, you know what? It's telling you the right thing. You knew what this one meant, didn't you? Approximate located. So that's what we are. We are approximate again. So he's going to get a -1 for that. The strike's got more than 2 units. It's not a second attempt yet, anyway. So we're just getting the -1 for that, and then it's on the 5 to 7 column. So there's a good chance of success. Ooh, yuck, 3. So with a -1, that's a 2. That might be a failure. Right, it's not. You can see that it's a 1 or less that we're going to lose out. So it is a W/2. Oh, that's what we wanted. Wow, that's what we wanted. That's exactly the result we wanted. Because now this is 2 hexes away from Butai 4. There's nothing else. There's no other target. That's a submarine. No other target. This is 2 hexes away. And the result for W2, the strike contacts wrong target within 2 hexes, and it references 5.24. We'll just go and have a look at that. So, the result of W2 is a wrong target if there is a different Japanese force detected or not. And he is detected, actually. If there's a different Japanese force, detected or not, available within 2 hexes, the strike contacts that force instead. This is the only case in which a strike can end up contacting a previously undetected force. Well, the force is detected. If more than one target's available, well, it's not. If no wrong target was available, it would just be a contact result. So, this is what we're going to do. We're not having a choice in the matter either, I believe. So it's not that I can sort of say, well, I don't want to go for that. Because the problem is, we're now going to move into that hex. Okay, it's not going to cost us any extra fuel for that part. We are going to have to use up the 1 fuel for the actual attack, but it's then going to leave us 9 hexes away. However, I suppose, you know what, Airstrike 7 was 9 hexes away. Yeah, and we've got 1 extra fuel over him, so it might be okay. Well, I say it'll be okay, it's still going to be critical when it comes back to land. So in the event of a WT result, move the strike to the hex containing the other force selected in 5.24. If the force was level 0, no, it's Butai 4 is a level 3 as well. So yeah, so if it was a level 0, draw a chit. If it was a false contact, remove it. If the wrong target turns out to be anything other than a false contact, the strike attacks it, even if it is not a carrier force. Okay, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Right, so I'm putting the small force back, and our airstrike is now coming in here. Well, in fact, that's where it's coming, and this is spotted, and we've got this detected. And I need to bring that down. Did I do that the last time? Oh, actually, I don't need to bring that down. We just need to... No, I don't need that. I don't need that. That's just because we're now going to turn that into ships, aren't we? So, but my airstrike marker can come down and we can start working out what's what. So, airstrike 8 on Butai 4, like I say, Butai 4 is here. This is this big one. Yeah, 2 CV, 2 CVLs, it says level 3, but obviously that's not the complete information yet. It might be more, might be less than that. So that's what we're up against. Well, that feels like that was a good result. I'm just, again, yeah, I feel like I'm doing that right. I don't think there's a problem. So that was contact. Contact succeeds. Continue with step 2. So step 2 is intelligence level. So now we've got to level this right up to level 4. That's only going to be one level step. So we've done this before as well. So we should be able to just get the chart out and deal with that. So we're going to get some ships out for that. This one I think it's that one. And then we're going to get it screening force. So yeah, down here. So level 3 to level 4. I'll bring that across. You can see it's 2 CVs, 2 CVLs. So it's this one here. So you can see what we could have. It could go right down to 3 CVs and 3 CVLs. If we get really unlucky. So there's a lot in this one. 2 CVs, 2 CVL. So yeah, that's right. I'm gonna roll on this. I'll just get the dice up above there. So the lower the better for us, I think. Well, I don't know, it's more targets for us. I don't know. 7. No, that's not too low. So maybe I do want higher here. So 7 on the 2 CVLs. 7, it's the green one. They're lining that across. Is that right? 2 CVs, 2 CVLs. Yeah. So it's exactly what it says. The result is 2 CV plus 2 CVL. Yeah, that's what it is. So now we randomly get these out the cut, don't we? Yeah, so I'm going to randomise these out the cut. Well, there's only 4 CVs. I'm starting to wonder if that's all they have, or all they had. I mean, do we not have... It's not additional, no. Well, there's an additional one. So did they only have 3 CVs in the battle? I mean, I know these are big things, don't get me wrong. I'm not underestimating the fact. I mean, like I've said though, the US have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I might have said 8 before. It's 7, isn't it? Because these 2 are CVLs. So they've got 7. But I mean, I'm assuming in the battle this wasn't involved. This was an additional one. So that was 7 against 3. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't see any other counters or CVs, and I went through all the ships. You know, apart from the scenario 9 ones, which are probably mostly CVLs, in fact, if not all. Oh no, that one's a CV. Hiryu. But then do you have Hiryu here? No, it's not. It's a different one. Yeah, so that must be it. That must be it. Okay. Right, so I'm going to randomise. We're wanting 2 of these. So, from left to right, I'm just going to roll here. What have we got? A D10? What have I got? A D12. Something. I've got a D20. Oh, come on, man. Just roll the D10. So, I'll just go 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So, 1 to 2 for the first one. If we roll a 9 or 10, I'll re-roll. Right, 2. So that is the first one. So we're going to get the Shinano. Is it? It's probably pure white there, Grant. So Shinano. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Right, and then between these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll re-roll a 10. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to get the Zukaku. So that's the 2 CVs again for this force. And the 2 will just sit there. I'll just leave them there. And then the other ones, the CVLs I've got in a cup. So I'm going to shuffle them about a bit and draw a couple of them randomly as well. So we've got the Zueho CVL, and then the final one is, I wasn't wanting to draw one of the battleship ones, they look kind of tough, Amagi. So that's the carrier force that we're getting, so this is huge, which is kind of good. I'll tell you what else is good about that. This airstrike mission is flying towards that. That was its target. So that's good as well, because we're not going to wipe this out. So now we need to build the screen, don't we? Well, also you've got commitment to adjust here. It's only when you draw a new carrier that commitment will check though, Grant. Like as in, it'll stop you from doing it. So it won't stop me from doing any of this, I don't believe. I can't mind if I've done that in that order or if I've done the screen bit next or not. Why does it not tell you about the... Oh yeah, because I'm at the bit just now. So level 4, draw ships. In addition to determine the carriers, you also determine the surface forces on the screen as follows. Right, okay. Well, we've done this. This wasn't too difficult either, was it? So screen... Okay, the corresponding row on the screen generation chart. Right, okay, it's here. It's here. I'm just looking at that and I can't remember. What did we have the last one? We had one CVL, didn't we? That's the amount of carriers. So we've got 4. So we're going to get the large surface result, whereas we had the small surface result the last time, and that's just in the chart above. So yeah, we rolled on this the last time. We're rolling on this one this time. So it's clearly going to be more. No modifiers here, so yeah, I mean the lower the better for us here, I would think. Because this is going to be the anti-aircraft stuff as well, isn't it? Right. Oh, that's good. 1. Right. Well, I think it is. I mean, again, maybe I wanted that bigger. Maybe I wanted some stuff. So, yeah, well, we're not getting any battleships. So, CA +2 this time. So, pick, well, it's that one. Pick 2 cruiser chits, but use the greater one this time. So, the last time we used the lesser, now we pick the greater. So, it's cruiser chits. They are the ones on top. So I'm going to randomly pick a couple of them. There's 1. That looks pretty decent. And here's the second one. I think that's not quite as decent. Not much in them, is there? Just 1 and 1 there. So I'm assuming this is the better one. The bigger numbers are going to be better, aren't they? So, well, that's it. I suppose that could have been worse, couldn't it? I mean, we could have got 4 battleships and one of them. Or, yeah, that was probably a good roll. Right, so that stuff, well, mind you, I mean, look at the carriers that are in it anyway. So that's what we've got in the force. I want to say that anti-aircraft value is going to be 17, 24, 28, 38, 45 this time. So a bit different to the last time. So I can take... Oh no, hold on. Let's sort this commitment then. Well, what we've got there, we can check commitment by going to rule 14. Because or actually, you know what? I think the chart takes care of that. Commitment, yeah, it does. Start thinking about using the charts, Grant, all over the rule book. Yeah, it tells you here. It tells you, well, we do have a cruiser force. Oh no, that doesn't count. It's just CVs, isn't it? It's just CVs. Although, yeah, no, it's just CVs or CVLs. So it's 2 points per CV and 1 per CVL. So now we need to calculate the difference here. This one doesn't count. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's exactly the same then. Because it's 2 for these two and 1 for each of these. Turns it into 6, and that's what you had. You had 6. Yeah, so no adjustment to commitment. Okay, and there's Butai 4. There's its force. Nasty looking. Right, so this level 3 check can just get chucked away back in that cup or just set aside. Yeah, okay. I think that's that step done. Right, next step is surprise. Because we've done contact. We upgraded the intelligence. We got all the ships out. We've done commitment. Surprise. Determine whether strike catches the target by surprise. Well, I'll tell you what, we'd love a 10 right now here. It's only a 9 or 10 that can help. They have launched a raid, so we're not getting that. +1 force has not launched any raid. Yeah, we're not getting that. Did I give myself that the last time? No, I don't think I did. No. Did I not roll an 8 here the last time? Right, come on. This is one time we want a 10. Come on. Oh! Wow! How about that? No retakes, guys. Honestly, that was a one. That was a one taker, as they all are. I have to say. Wow. Okay, that's amazing because we're going to get complete surprise. There's going to be no anti-aircraft fire. They're going to get a -3 to their cap die roll, and we're going to get a +5 to damage die roll. Now, I'm assuming that's to... I mean, if we get two dice, is it +5 to both of them? I mean, it must be, surely. I might need to just have a look. I'm sure maybe somebody might have asked that before. But I mean, surely it would be a bit clearer there if it wasn't to each die roll. Right, that's... yeah, good. There's not any kind of marker or anything like that, is there, for that? Just to remind you, maybe? Kind of thought there might be, actually. Maybe I'm imagining something. No, I must have been imagining. I did come across that when I was looking there. Search segment. Just wondering if that's meant to have been put in that box, maybe, until you use it and then comes away, maybe, or something like that. I think I'm fine the way I am with the wee green cube. No, I'm thinking turn it green when Right, so... Yeah, I can't see a marker with that. But I don't think we'll forget this one. Well, we better not. So we have surprise, right? So 5.3. Oh yeah, it tells us here. Well, just glance at this because we never got this the last time. So the result may modify Japanese cap A rolls or prohibit cap and or A combat altogether. Well, it's prohibiting A combat. Prohibiting the cap? I don't know. Maybe because of the die roll. Die roll is modified if the force has a US advantage marker. No, we didn't have that. Or has not launched any air raid so far in the game. We didn't get that, but we just rolled a straight up 10. Applies only to strikes against carrier forces. Oh, right. Well, that's lucky as well, because then that wouldn't have applied, mind you, against that other force that we were originally trying to attack, unless it upgraded into a carrier, which was possible. Slim chance. Multiple strikes, no. And that's it, right? So now we are actually moving on to the strength of the Japanese cap and resolve air-to-air combat. I'm going to have to take a break here though, but I will just go on pause and we'll come back to this part again. Just looking at this situation here, they have a lot of lost points. 5, 7, 9, 11. And there's a big stack of unavailable points. However, the other thing you've got to consider is their air value. Now, what is... Oh, yeah, that's going to be big. Yeah, so that might compensate for this, because that's going to be 15, 25, 29, 37. So 37, and I think we're going to cross-reference that with these on that chart to find out the actual force. Yeah, I'm going to I'll have a wee look at that just before I hit record again. But yeah, I'll just leave the camera there actually. Well, no, I'll need to plug it in. And then when I come back later, we'll sort this cap out and carry on with this. Yeah, that was a nice result. That should help us to something, hopefully, because just even that anti-aircraft fire. But I think that's going to help us with the cap roll as well. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. I'll just go and pause though. Okay, cheers. Hi all, right back to finish off this part. 23 is it? Can't remember exactly. Well, whatever it started as. Just got confirmation there before I sat down again that we are seeing this, right? They do take the go that from Christopher, where I'm saying yes, that's the way it works. It's basically you don't have the information that you have about your own stuff. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it is going to sink. It's just that you're not sure how much damage that you've done to it and whatever, because you're flying away again, really. Whereas you're going to know if your own carriers are sunk, you know. So I think it's that. So how that affects the returning of this raid that's out there, because actually it's not going to reach. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, you remember, Grant, you've got 3 more phases. In fact, this is only phase 1. So 2, 3, 4 before we get to the end of turn, and then that just then turns the counters into, the hit markers into previous hit markers. So that doesn't destroy it then. It's not until they turn into permanent hit markers then it gets destroyed. So I think that raid will still come in. It wasn't a very big raid though, was it? In fact, it's not only 2, that one. Yeah, it is. Sorry. So that raid is going to do something. But again, yeah, like we said, two strengths, so probably not an awful lot. And I still feel a little weird about these raids going out with such low strength, but well, maybe we'll see when it comes to this one, because that could be quite a different story. And there is a lot of lost points and a lot of unavailable points, but I still think they're going to send out quite a decent raid, but maybe not. We'll see. I wanted to keep it up there because I took a little note there that it looks like when I activated Butai 1 back quite some time ago now, probably because the videos are a good bit behind, and it was in this hex. I didn't move it forward. Now, I've got this feeling in my mind that I did realise this and I went back to move it, and it has moved now, but I'm just wondering, I want to keep an eye on that as I'm watching the videos back, to make sure that it did move properly. I'm waiting for a bit that I say, oh, I should have moved that, and go back and fix it. I think I did that, but anyway, just thought I'd mention it there. Okay, so yeah, we're moving on. We've got another airstrike to deal with. Oh yeah, we've done quite a bit, haven't we? We've spotted. Oh, we've surprised and everything. It's all it's all good, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we need. Yeah, we've got. Oh yeah, we've got switched on to the other Butai. Yeah, that's why all these ships are showing there. because that's our target, Grant. Butai 4. We got shifted onto it. Well, lucky die roll, and then we got a lucky die roll for surprise. So now we're going to see about the cap. So, yeah, that's the next bit, and then the last bit before we actually get to attack any ships is going to be the anti-aircraft. Oh no, we're going to skip by that because we've got surprise. There's not going to be any anti-aircraft fire, which is, yeah. So, scenario 6 and after, use the following procedure. Well, that might tell us how this here stuff is going to work, yeah, with this cap mission. So what do we do? Determine the target's force net air values, printed air value minus the number of points currently unavailable. Yes. And then we check the cap strength table. Right, hold on here. Yeah, we didn't reference. We didn't do this air raid reduction thing, did we? When we generated this cap. No. That last cap that we generated, it was a level. Right, that's the one you just attacked. So it was Butai 2, Grant. And it was on this table. Is that right? Is that not what we're going to do now? Card 2 front. No, no, that's the wrong thing. I'll get myself a bit of a mess here. Yeah. Printed air value minus the number of points currently unavailable. Yeah, I just want to go back and remind myself how we just. I know it was just in the previous strike that we'd done. So we had 6 points. The air value of the carrier was 6. Sorry, I know I'm going back over things that we've just been through. Yeah, the air value of the carrier was 6. That's the number in the yellow box. And then the number of unavailable lost was 6. So the result was 0. And we rolled on this column. I want to say we just got a 1, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, let's try and do it for this new force then. Let's see how that pans out. So the air value is the numbers in the yellow boxes. So 15, 25, 29, 37. So 37, but minus unavailable and lost. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then here, on R2, that's 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Put that, the ones up the top. So there's that 21 in total. I'm just going to double check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10. Yeah, there's 10 in there. And 11 in there. Yeah, that's right, because the raid was 2 waves, 1 of 11, 1 of 10. So 21 points that are lost or unavailable. Of course, I forgot that number. 15, 25, 29, 37. So 37 take away 21, leaves 16. Is that right? Yeah, 16 is our net air value. So, slightly different story here. You can see we're going to get something However, we've also got a -3 for the fact that we got surprise. That says from Japanese surprise, but I don't know, it's a surprise table anyway, and it's that bit there. We got complete surprise, so it's -3 to this cap die roll because of that surprise. And there's two other parts: no anti-aircraft fire, and we got a +5 to their attacks against the ship. So it's really good. So on this column, to find out the cap strength, we're rolling with a -3. So let's get that done. Yeah, it's nothing to do with that strength reduction. I'm thinking about other things there, aren't I? So with a -3, I rolled a 4, so my 4 minus 3 is only 1. So I think it's 2. That was 0 or less, but it is 2, yeah. So he's getting a cap strength of 2, which I think they got 1 the last time. Well, maybe they got 2. Anyway, they're only getting 2, so could do with just another 1 point. They're getting 2 singles, I think. There we go. Right, so 2. Oh no, they did only have 1 the last time, didn't they? Right, that's the 2 air strength for the cap. Right, so let's get our fighters out. Okay, so they immediately attack using air-to-air combat, and the escort fighters fire back. We have to subtract 1 because we're attacking fighters. They don't have that modifier. Yeah, and they've got what is it, 4.5? They've got to engage any escorting American fighters on a 1-for-2 basis. 1 air point per 2 US escorts. Oh, yuck. Okay, so this time we've got 2, and they're only 1 of them is going to attack that. So this is going to hold back and attack our go for our attack planes. So it only needs that 1 for that. Is that right? If there are any excess Japanese cap points, they fight the US attack planes. Okay. The 2 combats are resolved separately. And then we've also got that possibility of an A result. If I happen to get an A result and we don't take that out, it'll come across here as well, and they'll then... will they join up together, or will that be a separate... You know what I'm saying? If this aborts, does that then come along there and then they've got 2 attacking? Or if this aborts, does it come along here and do a separate attack and then a separate attack? I'm not sure of that one. Let's hope we don't get that result then. Right, so they're attacking us with 1 and we're fighting back with 2, but we're getting a -1. So I'll do them first because it is them that's coming out first. Now, any modifiers here? No, 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 and no. So on the 1 column, I mean, they need an 8 to get any joy, really. Oh, man. I think it's the same result. So it's not an eliminate. It is an abort, though. So it is an abort. Or does that... No, hang on. That does something different this time. It doesn't abort him. Does it not abort us? A versus escort. 1 surviving cap point. Oh, no, it does. It does. Right. Well, here's hoping that we can take that point out. So we're rolling on the 2 column with a -1. Something highish. Oh, man. Another thud. Doom. Take that. Right, well, that'll be that then. A 1 on the 2 column does nothing. So now I've got that scenario where I'm not sure about them. Because this is going to abort. Maybe if I look in the actual rulebook for this. So it says 1 surviving point cap may fire versus the attack planes. So this can now fire against attack planes, but this one's already waiting to fire against attack planes, so I'm just not sure. These are just set aside for now. In fact, they can just go back in their mission box, to be honest. Well, let's see if we can find that then. It's going to be in here, yeah, it's just at the bit you're looking at. So, versus escorting US fighters, one surviving cap point, if any, which engage the escort may also fire at the attack planes. I've just kind of thought I would tell you here, because this bit says, it is possible as a result of the A combat result that some Japanese points will fight the escorts and then also fight the attack planes. But here it tells you, if there are any excess Japanese cap points, they fight the US attack planes. The two combats are resolved separately, so I think they do join up. I think they are going to be a strength of 2. But I wonder if that might be out there in the forums. If I maybe search for abort. Give me a second. Right, couldn't find any answer to this one. So I'm going to take it. My thinking is that these are both going to join up, but it could be that it's 2 separate attacks. I think it could go either way, that one, but it does feel to me that it's going to join up with us. So let's set our attack planes out. Well, these if they do hit, these are going to go random at them, aren't they? 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, unfortunately, they are just 2. So, yeah, I mean, a row in the 2 columns worse for us than 2 rows in the 1 column, I think. I suppose that could be debatable, couldn't it? If you roll high, you're getting 2 rolls, but yeah, it's dependent on the dice roll, isn't it, really? So, and we don't get to fire back at these. So this is the, well, what will I do? I'll try it both ways to see what the outcomes were. Take the worst one. I can't really do that. I should be making my decision here. I'm going to take it that's rolling on the 2 column. Right? Yeah. We're going to roll 1 die on the 2 column. Okay? So no modifiers. Oh, jings. Right, that's bad. The thing is, if that was 1 roll on that column, that would be an A as well. So they're only getting an A result, which this time is going to abort one of our bombers, isn't it? Now, where is that in that bit? A versus attack planes. 1 attacking unit aborted. Yeah, so it's going to abort one of the attacking units. My guess is it would be randomly. They're all got a strength of 5. I'm going to roll another dice just to see. Hopefully it's under that was an 8 as well. So, right, okay, well, if it should have been 2 rolls on a 1, that means 2 of our bombers are aborted. I'm going to stick by my guns and say that it's this one. But let me know. I could maybe see it going the other way. It's just a shame. I was kind of hoping we would just roll some rubbish there and it wouldn't matter, but there you go. Just to keep me on edge, it's doing that to me. So the abort versus the US attack planes. 1 randomly chosen unit is held out of their attack and returned to the air mission display. Mm-hmm. So do I do that, or do I decide and take 2 of them out then because of what we rolled? Or I could go and ask the question. I'm going to go and ask. That was quite a quick answer I got. Maybe Christopher's still lingering about. Yeah. okay, since the results are what the... Oh, I've done my glasses, hang on. Since the results showed that if I had rolled them individually, it would be 2 aborts rather than 1. I have went and asked this question. I get the feeling if I get back the answer that it's clearly 2 against... You know, it's not 2 separate ones, it's clearly 2. It feels like how it should be, then it's going to sound like a stupid question. However, you never know. It might come back that it's 2 separate attacks at 1. And then you can see at this time, because I've rolled the dice twice here, I thought, well, I'll roll for the 2, but let's just consider if this was just the 1, what was the results. So I rolled 2 8s, which would mean, okay, we could randomise between these, but they're all 5 strengths. I will randomise, but that could mean there's either 2 being aborted or maybe just 1. I think it's probably just 1, but you can see there, if it does go the other way, okay, I had to roll 8 twice, which was quite fortunate, I suppose. Okay, so, well, how can you deal with this before you get an answer to your question, Grant? Well, there's definitely 1 aborting, so I'm going to randomise. I know it doesn't really matter. What have we got? 6 there. So, let's roll a d6 to take 1 of them away. Right, a 4. So we're going to abort 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to abort this guy, so I'm putting him back in the Air Mission 8 box. So that's a definite. Well, I don't know. I really need to know the answer, don't I, before I carry on, really. I don't think I can... Well, and I can't even move on to... Well, there's not going to be anti-aircraft fire. That would be the end of the... Let's just sort of hover this guy there. Well, hold on. Let's roll... Yeah, let's roll... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's a D10 we've got. So 1 to 2 is the first. Right, 10 it's the last one, right? Again, not that it really matters. So let's just knock this guy back. He might not be involved. If I had to get a quick answer while I'm going through this, then it could still work. So we'll see. Because I do need to then move on to see where I'm at. Well, I've not got anti-aircraft fire though, because we've avoided that with a surprise. So, yeah, so it is just onto the air-to-ship combat, which we've done already. We should be able to get through this just with a chart, I think, Grant. So, let's have a look. Well, hang on, what happens to the cap first? Now, they've got 2 surviving cap points. What happens to them? After all strikes... Arriving in the phase of concluded cap combat, return any surviving cap to the pile of unused counters. The count neither is lost nor unavailable. Cap is generated again each time it is needed. Unused counters, like I say, where does that go? Oh, hold on. Does it just mean unused counters I've got at the side? It must. Though, yeah, of course it does, Grant. Sorry, that sounds like a daft moment there. Because it says cap is generated again each time it is needed. Yeah, so I just take them off the table. And it'll generate it again based on this. Okay. Sorry. Here's me getting fussed about. Where's the unused box? Come on. Get yourself sorted, guys. Yeah, divvy. Anyway, okay. So now we can move on to your air-to-ship attacks then. I'm just trying to kill time to get an answer to this question. Yeah, right. Okay, so could we look at this maybe and sort of say, well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to spend 1... We've not done that. We need to spend 1 fuel. I did do that with the last time and forgot about it, but as long as you remember at some point. So this is mission 8. I've not spent the fuel, so he's now down to 5. Did I spend it? I want to say I was 1 behind him, but if I spent... No, he didn't spend the extra fuel, did he? He did not spend the extra fuel because he shifted the column to the left. So I'm ahead of him. So if I'm down to 5, that's me spent my fuel for the actual combat, the attack. Now, if I want to shift back a column, I'm going to be one ahead of him because that's what he done. However, we have realised that, well, it would be better to stay there, right, to be honest. Because he's got the same amount to come... Oh, has he? Yeah, he is now. If he had... Yeah, if the attack had been in this hex, it would have been fine because it's easier time getting back. But because it's up here now, it's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the same. So it's exactly the same as what this guy's having. So I want to say he's going to be at... Oh, 7's going to be at -6, and this one I think would be at -5 unless he wants to spend this 1. So, right. Well, first of all, what's our air strength? What's our attack numbers? Well, it's either 20 or 25. Again, I'm just trying to delay things here. If it's 20, so we're looking down the bottom here. So let's just look. If it's 20, we're looking on that column. Right, hang on. Yeah, because shift 1 column left, it didn't expend any fuel. There's no any modifiers. So the 20 would be here. So that's 2 die rolls, both with a +1 modifier. If I don't spend the fuel, I go down to 16, which is... That's not bad. That's still 2 die rolls. One of them's not got a modifier, and one of them has. That feels like a decent drop, whereas that one was a bit tougher to decide. However, if we've got 25, we're up here, which is 3 die rolls, 1 getting a +1, the other 2 getting a nothing, or 3 die rolls without a modifier. Well, again, that's a nice drop as well. That drop from there to there was a bit tougher than these 2. So I think whatever I've got, if I've got 20, if I'm doing on the 24 or if I'm doing on the 18, I'm going to spend the fuel. Can I do? Not really, no. Well, you'd get 1 extra die roll. Nah, you can't. I need to know. I need to make a decision or get the answer before I can do this. I wonder if I could hold things there and wait and move on, just do some other stuff. Not really, because I think we're at the end of the phase. Maybe I could. Is there any other information that's going to spoil me waiting? Maybe. Not really, I don't think. So I think I'm going to spend that fuel point no matter what, and then. Oh yeah, and remember we're going to get the surprise. Apply modifier for Japanese attack table. Yeah. So, and yeah, I want to check that. That's what I wanted to check. Is it +5 for each die roll? That seems huge. I think it is. Where's the bit of a surprise? It says +5 to damage die roll. I'm going to try and check that. Complete surprise. Right, and I'll be able to delay a little bit longer. I'll tell you what else I could do. We're almost at an hour. We're creeping up on an hour. I could maybe just... But then I want to come back and play anyway, so that's not going to really help. Well, it would allow me to delay a little bit longer because I can copy this part across. So I might do that. Give me a second though. Okay, I did just double check, and the question was asked about, is the +5 modifier for just the first die roll, or is it for all the die rolls? And it is all, confirmed by the designer Christopher as well. Basically saying that that's the luckiest die roll you can get in the game, is on the surprise. So yeah, because you can imagine +5 to each of these rolls, and if I'm thinking the way I think it should be on this, so I think I'm going to get 3 die rolls, but I'm going to get 2 for sure. And remember, these +1s will be in addition to the +5 that you're going to get for the surprise. But I haven't had an answer yet, and I just want to linger a little bit longer in the hope that I maybe can. So I'm just going to leave this situation now, and I'll be able to delay it a little bit longer by copying the file, the video across, So it'll give me an extra 10 minutes. And then, I mean, I suppose I could also take a break while I'm doing that. I kind of wanted to just push on though and get on with this. But remember, this is a huge force, and we're going to get to roll 3 dice against some juicy targets. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be 3 dice. I kind of need to know if is it 3 dice or is it 2 dice. That's going to be the problem. Right. Okay. I will just cut the video here, and then hopefully. Well, I'll come back when I come back. Yeah. I know it's kind of leaving things in the middle, leaving things on the edge here, but yeah, we'll find out for sure. It's better to find out for sure. Okay. Cheers.